NBA 2K27 just dropped one of the biggest gameplay overhauls we've seen in years, touching dribbling, finishing, defense, the MyPLAYER Builder, MyCAREER, and even the rec. We're talking fully customizable dribble packages, a dynamic layup system, a new dunk meter, upgraded defensive mechanics, badge loadouts, 5 rotating rec environments, and co-op MyCAREER. But the real question is simple: what actually changes when we step into the rec? Let's break it down. We start with dribbling, and this is one of the biggest shifts. NBA 2K27 introduces 29 separate dribble categories you can fully customize. Instead of being locked into one signature package, you can mix animations from different players. So in reality, we can take the Curry slide, pair it with Trey Young's escape crossover, and build our own combos of crossovers, hezzies, step backs, spins, escapes, and launch moves. In theory, 2K has given us freedom to create our own playstyle. For rec guards, that's huge on paper. We can build around our roles. Pass first guards can prioritize quick escapes and space creation. ISO scores can stack separation moves, and bigger guards can lean into slower, more physical dribbling. But the reality is always the same. The community finds the fastest, most efficient animations, and suddenly everyone is running the same meta combo anyway. So, yes, there's more freedom, but don't be surprised if most guys still end up dribbling the exact same way by week 2. At launch, though, we should see a lot more variety than usual. While driving, you can hold turbo and flick up on the right stick to trigger a signature combo without stopping your momentum. No more killing your dribble just to reset. This keeps ball handlers aggressive in transition and pick and roll situation. Chaining moves on the fly instead of resetting every possession. For rec defenders, this basically means you'll have to stay locked in at all times because the ball handler doesn't need to stop anymore to create that separation. Finishing also gets a major upgrade. The dynamic layup engine lets you adjust your layup mid-air based on defensive movement. If a rim protector rotates late, your player can switch hands or adjust the finish to avoid a block instead of forcing a bad animation into contact. Hop steps, euros, spins, and gathers are no longer rigid chains. The system reacts in real time based on defenders and spacing. In the rec, this could finally make layup ratings matter again, giving skilled finishers more ways to score around bigs instead of relying purely on contact dunks. Now, my only concern is control. If the system picks the wrong finish at the wrong time, it could still feel inconsistent and unpredictable. Now, for one of the most controversial changes, every dunk in NBA 2K27 is tied to a manual dunk meter. No more automatic finishes. The meter evaluates your entire takeoff and adjusts your green window based on defense. Beat your man clean, bigger window. Help rotates, that window can shrink mid animation. So instead of hold square and pray, it becomes hold square and time it perfectly while also praying. The goal is to reduce mindless contact dunks and reward smart driving lanes. In the rec, spacing and decision making become even more important. The biggest question is latency, because a timing based system only works if online delay doesn't turn your dunk meter into a guessing game. Now, finally, defense actually gets real tools. Now have two hands up defensive options. Hold up on the right stick for aggressive contests, better for disrupting shots and challenging finishes. Hold down for a conservative wall up, safer positioning with less foul risk. For bigs, for bigs and rec, this is a big upgrade. You could actually choose how you defend instead of relying on the game to decide your contest outcome. Now with situational, go aggressive to stop a shot or stay grounded when you're protecting fouls. Shot contests also get a full overhaul. There's now an 8-tier color-coded system that shows exactly how strong your contest was. Weak, late, strong, it's all clearly displayed. So instead of guessing why a shot was open, when you were right there, you actually get feedback. It won't eliminate 2K sold me arguments completely, but it should reduce a lot of confusion. Ankle breakers are now more skill-based. Instead of random drops, the system tracks momentum, direction changes, and defensive reactions. If a defender bites the wrong way on a crossover, that's when the ankle breaker triggers. So if you get dropped now, it's not random. It's because you actually got beat. Defense also gets new cutoff mechanics. Flick the right stick for a quick step cutoff, or hold turbo for a stronger lunging cutoff. Timing right, you could body up the ball handler, drain their adrenaline, or force a fumble. Defense is no longer passive. You're actively reading and cutting off drives instead of just holding L2 and hoping for a good animation. Responsiveness and online delay will decide how effective this really is. My Player Builder. Now into the MyPLAYER Builder. NBA 2K27 introduces 53 total badges, including 19 new ones. Instead of auto-equipping, you use badge tokens to unlock them. You start with 20 empty badge slots and build from scratch. Once attributes meet requirements, you spend tokens to activate badges. Height and position can affect costs. It adds more structure and strategy, but also more time in the builder than ever. This might be one of the best rec features. Badge loadouts. You can unlock up to 4 setups and switch them before games, so you can adapt instantly to matchups. Centers can swap between rebounding, defense, or shooting builds. Guards can switch between playmaking and ISO scoring. This finally reduces the need to make multiple near identical builds just to stay competitive. Synergy system. Then we get to the synergy system. Legend badges aren't just selected, they're earned through progression and synergy effects. Certain badge combinations can boost others, while some effects are temporary or seasonal. It adds depth, but also another layer of ground on top of everything else. Cap Breaker Preview. Cap Breakers are back, but now you can preview them before locking in your build. You can see exactly how your 99 overall potential will look before committing, so fewer room builds in theory, rec environments. The rec is also getting a visual refresh. Instead of one arena, you rotate between 5 environments: high school gym, outdoor court, private gym, packed arena, and seasonal courts. It adds variety, but the key concern is visibility. Every court still needs clean sight lines and consistent shooting feedback. Casual Corner. Casual Corner helps newer players ease into online play. Matchmaking is based on play color and experience, starting with easier games before full rec competition. It's basically a smoother entry point into online modes without throwing new players straight into the deep end. MyCAREER. MyCAREER gets a full story overhaul called Fire and Concrete. 11 chapters, more than double NBA 2K26. You start as a top high school prospect, suffer a setback, rebuild through Rucker Park and the G League, and fight your way into the NBA. Your draft position is based on performance, meaning you can actually earn the number 1 pick. So your path is no longer fixed for you. You have to prove it. MyCAREER Co-op. For the first time, MyCAREER is co-op. You create a running mate, upgrade them, and a friend can control them in your career games. Both players earn VC and XP. So now you can grind MyCAREER with a friend instead of going solo every game. MyCAREER eras. And finally, MyCAREER eras let you drop your player into different NBA timelines. Magic versus Bird, Jordan, Kobe, LeBron, or Steph eras. Different rules, different play styles, different basketball. Basically, your build had to survive completely different versions of the NBA. So when you zoom out, NBA 2K27 is clearly built around one idea: more control. More control over dribbling, finishing, builds, and progression. But we've heard that before. The real test isn't features, it's what actually works once online rec, meta builds, and patches take over. Because on paper, everything looks clean until your first random teammate shoots a 30% contested fade and screams lag. So I want to hear from you. What's the biggest W in NBA 2K27, and what feature do you think will break first? Drop it in the comments. And if you want more breakdowns like this, subscribe. Because once NBA 2K27 drops, we're going straight into what's OP, what's broken, and what actually works in the rec. Lock in with the channel. We're just getting started.